and I know the sister came before me and she was saying Jacob Fry did his job. He didn't do his job. The sister said Tim Waltz did his job. I was at the memorial yesterday. They were clapping and crying. They didn't do their job. Arredondo, when you told all the police officers to protect the city, because I was down on Lake Street and I seen what was going on in front of the Cadillac Pawn store owner, and when he killed the guy and he was trying to protect his cup, but they arrested him quick, but they couldn't do that for the officers. And then the officers all left their post and they went to the house to protect the killer. So we have to have accountability. So it starts with Bob Crow. You got to get him out, okay? You gotta get and systematically. When we heard that he died in the ambulance, we knew good and well he didn't die in the ambulance. We know. So that was John Elder. So John Elder needs, whoever told you to put that statement out, you need to resign as well. We have to systematically do this, because if we don't, you guys, we're gonna have people like Bob Crow and other people in places keeping the system going. There's nothing in Minneapolis like this that has ever happened. And I just want to tell you guys, I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you guys that come out and fight for us and put your life on the line, literally. And we're gonna get through this, and I promise you, we will get justice for George Floyd. Real quick, I just want to say this. When George was about to die, he said mama. So when I say mama, you guys say I can't breathe, okay? Mama.
I can't breathe.
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 All right, y'all, thank you.
How come every time I get up here, I'm hearing a little... And then I turn around and everybody's silent. That's okay. All right. So we're going to be leaving. Thank you very much. I love you guys, too. So we're going to be leaving out of here really soon here. But first, the guy that put this all together and had the vision for all of this is here with us today. And I watched this guy fight for this and go sleepless nights for this and cry about this. I've witnessed him sacrifice for this. So many of our leaders before us that we look up to, they had one thing in common, every single last one of them. And this is what separates the real leaders from the rest, is that they're willing to die for our freedom. And I was in a meeting with this gentleman the other day, and a lady reached out and asked him, "Are you willing to die for this?" And he looked her in the eye and said, "I am willing to die for this." And that's why I'm on the front lines every day. So I want each and every one of you guys to give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Royce White. Give it up for Mr. Royce White.
Let's get rid of this for a minute. Yeah. Man, wow, I can't even put it into words standing up here from this vantage point. We still got a lot of people trickling in back there, that way, down towards Washington. First and foremost, I just want to say that thoughts and my prayers go out to the family of George Floyd as they start to travel and take him to his final resting place. When this all started, I saw in the news, the video, and my breath was taken away as well. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was about 4 years ago. I had guns drawn on me by the Roseville police. I don't know how many of you are ever in Roseville, but I had guns drawn on me by the Roseville police, and it ended up just being a mistaken identity. That's the reality we live with for all of our allies that are out here. Me as a black man, even in this okay looking suit, can still be subject to racial discrimination out there in the streets. So when I found out that this was Stephen Jackson's brother, for those of you who don't know, Stephen Jackson is the close brother of George Floyd. First of all, I called my family together and I said, I gotta call Steven Jackson, right? I call Steven Jackson and I say, I know you're on your way to town, and I promise you, when you get here, Minnesota got you. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I didn't know if it could be done. I knew I was gonna walk him to the front line, and I was gonna be there until we got what we came for, or until we died. And I believe in that. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I believe all the leaders that we've mentioned here, all of the people that have been referenced from our other speakers, had that in common. So I told him that I was gonna come, and I prayed that Minnesota would come and stand with him. And we've done that. So I want you guys to give yourself a round of applause right now for standing with him in this troubling time. And that brings us to why we're here, because from my vantage point, we don't have an issue of social injustice. We have an issue of corporate injustice. This country that we live in is the biggest corporation in the world, and their police are the security guards. Like walking up to Target and having security sitting outside the building. They were never meant to protect us. They were never meant to serve us. They were meant to protect corporations. We have a corporate injustice here. And what happened to George Floyd out on the street was he was left isolated. Isolated by himself against the corporation, against the state. So I came out here to tell you guys a message of sovereignty. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the idea of sovereignty, but it's about self-governance. The whole reason I thought that it would be important to march and not just go set it off with my brother Steven Jackson like we're used to doing is because in isolation, we're not as strong. What you guys have done here by showing up here today, by showing up Sunday at the march, going to the bridge, the day before that, you have shown America, the United States, that the free people of America are here to take back their country. Us out here right now, we are the free people of America. We are the free people of Minnesota. The state does not own you. The state does not own you. And quiet as it's kept, they don't even own these streets. And so when I'm in my meetings with my team here, and I'm so thankful to all these people who helped put this together, what I'm telling them is, we're gonna go where we want, we're gonna go how we want, we're gonna go with how many we want, we're gonna stay as long as we want, we're gonna say what we want, we're gonna do what we want. This is the movement, is to take our country back. Again, I love all of you. I'm not gonna take any more of your time. I want to create a platform for myself where I can continue to dialogue with you. If I don't stop myself now, I'll be out here for another hour. I know you guys want to march. There's still people trickling in from the back. Once we start marching, I just ask that everybody remain peaceful, that we remain peaceful, and I ask that you guys go to the end with us, please. There's symbolism in these marches. We are not going to take you to any bridges today. We are not going to take you to any highways today. I can promise you that. I apologize for everybody that was out there on that bridge, but one of the most powerful things that has happened throughout this entire event is for me to walk off at 35W after a tanker drove on to peaceful protesters and have a mom who brought her daughter out onto the bridge say, that wasn't your fault and we're going to come back again. That's the free people of America. That's the spirit we need. We're going to follow this truck out right here. We're going to go out in song. Please stay with us. This fight is the free people of America versus the United States of the Federal Reserve.
It's all been put together very well. All this stuff. I'm going to try to say what's up to all them before we start moving.
DJ Ray Mills.
DJ, can you cut the music real quick? Okay, this truck right here.